Next question. How do neurotypicals, those without autism, make and maintain friendships? I'm going to be talking in a lot of generalities right now, as I have previously and should have mentioned. There are different kinds of neurotypicals. There are boys and girls, and people who are neither boys or girls. You can ask a question in the comments about that if you want to. And they make friends sometimes in different ways. Girls have been socialized to kind of ask questions and receive answers and talk to get to know one another. And I know more about that than I do about the way that guys tend to, because I hung out with guys, but mostly not in like groups, you know. So, how do they maintain friendships? Give and take of conversation. Talk about something I'm interested in. If you're interested in the same thing, you talk about that thing and get back. Back and forth, back and forth. You cannot dominate a conversation and expect for someone to want to continue to be your friend. I really like to talk. I don't know about you, but talking is like my favorite thing. I could run a talk show where no one else talked. It was just me. So learning to let other people talk was hard, but worth it. Something that you'll experience as an autistic person, especially if another person knows you're autistic, is that people will accuse you of rambling on, maybe even if you haven't, and they will dominate the conversation instead. Don't let that happen. You deserve to be heard, and your interests are valid. Some of my interests are really strange. I'm a 23-year-old woman who really likes dolls. It's not strange to me, and it's not strange to the other 23-year-old women I know who enjoy dolls, but for some people it is strange. Those are interests that maybe you should bring up later in friendship. If you start out, hi, I'm Adia, I'm 23 years old and I like dolls, people are going to think maybe that's different, maybe that's weird, and they may not take you as seriously. So, why is it important to neurotypicals to approach relationships in that way? One, it's natural for them. It's something that a lot of people are born kind of knowing how to do. And two, because it's kind of natural for them, they have continued to learn to handle relationships in that way. And if you're not handling a relationship in the same way, they become confused. As an autistic person, and it may not be fair, we are expected to kind of play by their rules. So yeah, that's kind of made relationships sound hard and not worth it, but if a relationship is something you want, it's definitely worth it. And by relationship, I'm talking romantic, friendship, family, professional, all kinds of things. Relationships can be cool. If you want one, that's valid. And if you have more in-depth questions, more specific questions, you can definitely leave some for me in the comments. I tend to talk in vagaries and then vaguely, and then think that people will just know what I'm talking about. Could be the autism, could just be me. So yeah. More questions after this?